What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another stream. Hopefully you can hear me. I was about to get spammed in the chat with muted, but I think you can hear me this time. I'm just waiting for it to go through on YouTube. Apologies for the issues. If you're not watching live, what do you care, right? You've not seen these, but hopefully, hopefully it's working. There's not too long to the deadline now. Just to make things worse with all the audio and stuff, the internet is also being dodgy but hopefully you can hear me. It looks like you can hear me. But now we'll have to see if the internet works. If it doesn't work, I've got it recorded. I'll just upload it afterwards. So I don't even want to explain why the audio keeps doing that. It's very frustrating. I have two different profiles, one for streaming, one for recording. And there's a couple of settings I make when I record to make it easier to edit, but they don't change. And that's basically what the issue is. But whatever. You can still hear the intro music. What intro music? Candyland? You're supposed to be able to hear that. That's the stream music. It might be a bit loud. Anyway, here we go. The internet, you don't need to tell me the internet's lagging. I can see it. But we're less than 2 days now, right? 2 sleeps until the deadline. There's still changes to be made. Hopefully my team is showing properly. As you can see, I've got this obnoxious, it's not really obnoxious, but I've got the subscriber thing now on every screen. Look, watch. Boom! Hit that subscribe button. So basically, trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, right? We're so close. Now, on the last stream on Sunday, we hit 80,000 while I was streaming. This time, we're 217 away from 90,000. So it can happen. It can happen. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. By the way, just a reminder, £100 for my league winner. If you haven't already joined the league, there's a link in the description below. That'll go to £250 if we can get to 100k subs in the next 21 days. Or if we can get to it by Saturday at 11 AM, it'll be £500. So hit that. You can't see the team. That's because I haven't put the team up yet. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, basically. Here's the team. You can't see it because I didn't have it up. There you go. It's here now. Armstrong is injured. Yeah, he's come back with an injury. I need to tweet out. Yeah, it seems to have come back with an injury. I mean, you just go to set maximum, right? Is there any issues? Stuart Armstrong has come back from an international with an injury. I mean, I don't think it's the end of FPL, to be honest. How many people are in my league? I got no idea. I've not checked. There's usually thousands, though, like 4,000, 5,000 plus, maybe even more. Oh, the bell. Okay, hang on. Sugar, I need to turn the bell off. Okay, hang on. I'm sure I can turn it off quick. Boom. And that's it, is it? Okay, I think it's off now. Sorry, I think the stupid bell. Let me know if the bell's off, because it is annoying. I actually turned the bell down in yeah, okay. If I've not turned the bell off, if I've not turned the sound off, I'll just get rid of it for next time. I'm not going to keep switching screens anyway, so don't panic too much. No, I get it. Okay, the bell's loud. Don't panic about it. I'm going to get rid of it. Anyway, should we talk some FPL? I hate starting off with a muted stream and then having to redo it. Feels like all momentum is lost. Yeah, no, it is annoying. I got rid of it when I do the edits on the video, so yeah. We'll see if many more people... If anyone wants to keep going on about the bell, we'll just keep going on about it. Spicy Calvert-Lewin pick. Yeah, I'm happy with him. I'm going with him. Marçal will start over Vinagre. We don't know that. We don't know that 100%. I am a little bit worried about Vinagre, though, right? Because there's a lot of speculation that he might leave. And if they're really prepared to sell him, why would they play him? So I don't know about that. Do I think that Brandon Williams is going to start as left-back for Man United? No, it's going to be Shaw, as long as Shaw's fit. As long as he's fit. Slow mode. Is slow mode not already on? Let me see. Live chat. Yeah, slow mode's on. It's on 60 seconds. We can change it to 90 seconds. There's not that many people in, right? We've had way more in the past. Oh, God, imagine if I start a stream on deadline and I bloody muted. That'd be an absolute nightmare. But yeah, I don't think Brandon Williams is going to start if Shaw is fit, which I think he is, right? 2 Wolves defenders with City game at 2. What's your thinking? James has Liverpool. My thinking basically is whatever. Like, you can't have the best team, right? If and I'm not saying I will keep this team, if I'm happy with James and double Wolves defence, then I'll bench 1 in game week 2, play Shaw instead, and it's just 1 game week, right? After that, the fixtures are good. So, there you go. I wouldn't... Of course, I'd love to have a great defence in Game Week 2, but it's not always possible, right? Deadline stream will be carnage. It'll be even more carnage if I bloody start it with muted audio. That will do my head in. But hopefully I won't. Why not just pop in a surefire starter at 4.5? A surefire starter, do you get it? Because sure... No, okay, yeah. Yeah, potentially I will. I've just had an email from the Premier League saying, quick, FPL is about to start. It's literally just popped up there. Template. I don't care about the template. Who cares about the template in Game Week 1? The whole template differential is all a myth. Don't worry about it. Right, you can say it's template. Like, okay, here's a template, right? Let's have a look. I don't even know the ownership. Aubameyang, 45% owned. That means less than half of all the players own Aubameyang. Template, apparently. Havertz, 11%. He's only owned by 1 in 9. Template. Salah's only owned by 30%. 7 out of every 10 managers that are signed up do not own Mo Salah. Template. St. Maximin, 20%. 1 in every 5 owned. How is that template? Don't worry about it. Don't panic about template. I'll tell you now, if Salah's only 30% owned going into Game Week 1, I am happy with him as a pick. Will Stewart, Adams or Antonio for Game Week 1? I think, well, just for Game Week 1, Antonio by a mile. You said in caps lock if you were going to put Pulisic in if he's available. Yeah, but is he 100% available? I mean, the difference between being available and starting is different, right? So we'll see about Pulisic. We'll see. I kind of wish he hadn't been injured in the first place, but I know what you're saying. Havertz in all teams. I think a lot of people just want to go for Chelsea and they're not 100% sure about Pulisic. Joe Pickford, what do you think to this backline? Keep it good work, not long to go. McCarthy, Trent, Dyer, Egan, Mitchell, Taylor on bench for Game Week 2. Yeah, pretty sweet. Nothing hugely wrong with that. Obviously, you could have a Wolves defender instead of Dyer if you wanted, or a Wolves defender instead of Egan, but nothing massively wrong. 4-4-2, will I stick on that? I'm pretty tempted to stick with it, right? And I think a lot of people... they overthink this whole formation thing, right? But by the way, I should say, and I probably should have put it on screen, this team has, like, does anyone think this team is awful? Because it also has 1 million in the bank. So I've still got a bit of money in the bank. So I could upgrade Vinagre to a 5.5. I could upgrade Havertz to Rashford. I could downgrade Cat. No, I'm really messing. But I have 1 million in the bank, right? I think the team looks pretty good. If I said it was worth 100 million, I think people would say that's fine. But it's only worth 99 million. So I don't think it's that bad. I think it's quite good. On the 4-4-2, the only thing I'm kind of I like 4-4-2. At the end of the day, it's literally just one 6 million striker versus an extra defender, right? That's all the difference is. If I put Ferguson on my bench for one of those defenders and put Mitrovic in, no one would have an issue with this team. But as soon as you switch it to 4-4-2 with no Mitrovic, suddenly everyone thinks like it's a weird thing. I'm not saying you think that, but a lot of people do. The only thing I would say is, am I really confident in going 4 at the back and spending so little? It does feel like I should probably spend a little bit more. And like I said, I do have 1 million in the bank. And I'm not 100% sure about James. Like, I'm thinking about Lucas Digne. The one player I keep going on about is Chilwell. I'd love him at 5.5 million. I'd really love the Chelsea defence, but there's just no guarantee that James is going to start. Even with Chilwell out, right, there's no guarantee that it's not Alonso and Azpilicueta at fullbacks. I know a lot of people say James is definitely going to start. And maybe if I had to bet money, I'd put it on him starting. But for how long, we just don't know. Reece James, Eric Dyer, or Maitland-Niles for Game Week 1. I think if you want to be safe, Eric Dyer. If you want to take a bit of a punt, I would say Reece James. I mean, Game Week 1 with Chilwell out is probably his best chance of starting, I would say. All this tinkering without Man United and Man City to even consider. I know. Imagine, to be fair, though, if they were available from the start, especially if they had a good game, might even make this easier, potentially. James won't play. Yeah, this is the thing. He may or may not. Is Kenny a good punt? John Joe Kenny. We don't know for sure. It doesn't sound like he's necessarily going to be first choice, though. It's a bit of a punt, I would say. So Maximin and Barnes or Ali and Souček from Game Week 2 onwards. I quite like St. Maximin and Barnes, to be honest. I'm not really that sold on Souček, but obviously he's very cheap. Nothing wrong with him. Let's just say that. But I prefer the St. Max one. Yeah, Azpilicueta's only just he's just back, isn't he? So yeah, it could be James Alonso. I am tempted to start with him. There's a big upside. He does play Liverpool second game though. I think what I would do is probably spend an extra 0.5 million and upgrade Vinagre to someone else, preferably someone that's got a good fixture, or just go for Justin. Right? Just go for Justin this week. And play him, and then next week's got Burnley at home, so play him that week as well, and bench one of James or Sice. Job done. I think that's fine then. And then I have 0.5 million. Could be Havertz to Son. Diangana is a differential over. All I would say is don't worry about differentials, right? If you think St. Maximin is why do we need differentials in game week 1 of all times? So don't worry about it too much. And I know I've done it. I know people do like differentials, right? So I'm not saying don't get them, but don't worry about it. If you think St. Maximin is the better option, don't worry about the ownership. Dean Garner could be okay, but I'm always a little bit put off by newly promoted teams for the most part. I just think if you're hoping Brandon Williams starts as left back, that's just clutching at straws. I mean, look how many games, for someone who's considered injury prone, look how many times Shaw started post lockdown. We had the same 11 the whole time. Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Matic, Pogba, etc., etc. Luke Shaw, he's going to start. Unless we bring in a left-back. But there's all this, I don't know how you pronounce the name. I think it's Reguilon. That's not like that at all. But you know who I mean, the left-back. Reguilon? It's not pronounced like that at all, I'm sure. But apparently, Man United haven't gone to him. He's being offered to Man United. So that's a little bit different. So even if he came in, there's no guarantee he'd play instead of Shaw. So, yeah. Can you compare your last draft to this one? I could if I could remember what it was. It was a 3-4-3, wasn't it? With Sice, Davis, and Trent. So no James or Vinagre. And I had Mitrovic up front. It was fairly similar. I also had Son instead of Havertz. I don't think Shaw is injured. I think he's back now. We'll have to wait and see, but I think he's back. Reguilon? Lyon? I don't know. Am I Luke Shaw? I don't think so. Am I going to start with this team? We'll see. I do think I'm pretty tempted to go 4 at the back. I will say that. As if the U's not there. Really? I'm not. You know what I mean. Reguilon. Whatever. You know who I mean, right? You know who I mean. I'm not going to talk about him anymore. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Shaw is fit. We're good. Shaw won't start in game week 1. I can assure you that. You get it again. Any City Man United plan? You're going Ings to Martial in game week 2. Yeah, a few people do that. I don't have a plan. I know people hate that. It seems to really trigger people when I say I've got no plan. I do for Man City, Aubameyang to De Bruyne in game week 3. But Man United, no plan. Like with this team, I could go Havertz to Rashford, with Werner to Martial. I've talked about it a lot, but Salah to Bruno could be done, but I'm probably not going to do it. Thoughts on Batshuayi move? Thoughts on Ward-Prowse? Yeah, Ward-Prowse is 6 million. He'll tick over for Southampton with the fixtures they got. He's a fair buy for 6 million. I don't think he's very exciting, but you don't necessarily always need excitement in FPL. Batshuayi, I don't know. He's one of those players that I just feel like should be doing way better than he has been. Like I know at times he's been okay. For Dortmund at one point he was doing all right. He scored a few handy goals, I would say, for Chelsea. He's never been a first team regular and kind of done it, I don't know, week in, week out for a prolonged period of time. So I don't know if I'd be rushing to get him, but he is only 6 million, so it's a pretty nice price. Why did you pick Shaw? Just one of the best defences in the league. Only 5 million. Can he go back to that 5 assist season from a few seasons ago? Is this the same chat as on screen? Yes. Yes, it is. What about a 4 million defender that will start? Only Mitchell. For how long, we don't know. Any thoughts on Holding? I mean, I'm not really keen on the Arsenal defence in general, to be honest. Yes, okay, if they're 4.5 million, it's a little bit different. But who's going to start? Is it going to be Holding? Is it going to be Saliba? Is it going to be this Gabriel guy? What happens when David Luiz gets back? There's so many question marks. There's potentially good value there, but who it is, I couldn't tell you. There's loads of good... Thanks for that. There's loads of good 4.5 million defenders. Well, there's loads of 4.5 million options. How many are good? is a different question. It depends on who else you've got. Like Kyle Walker-Peters is fine. I think someone like Webster at Brighton is fine. If you've got a Newcastle defence, although to be fair, Newcastle are a defence I would be targeting for attacking returns, but maybe they'll be a bit better this year. You got Jamal Lewis there, 4.5 could be good. Will I be talking about the Let's Talk FPL stream going forwards? I mean, let's say I will, but I always forget. Everyone knows that. I always forget. I should talk about the league more, I know. What I need to have like a list, a checklist of stuff to do in streams. I know, but like I should get back to the quick fire. We should do the quick fire. You're taking a gamble this season. Bench boost game week 1 and wildcard in game week 2. That is ballsy to get United and City players in while everyone's benching the likes of Bruno Martial. Yeah, fair enough. It's a strategy. You have to let us know how it goes. Let us know how that goes in game week 3. I won't even try and talk you out of it. I know you're going to do it. What's up, Marco? Almost 90k subs. I know, and I know people are getting annoyed by it, so I don't want to keep going on about it, but it's ridiculous. Like me getting 100,000 subs, like it just doesn't make sense. So I'm kind of like, even my missus said, can we just get to 100k? So I shut up about it. I'm 173 subs away from 90,000. We can do that in this stream, right? There's 2,400 watching as we speak. There is no way everybody is subscribed. Just hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 90,000 at the end of this stream. We got to 80,000 at the end of the last one. Let's get to 90,000 at the end of this one. And let's get to 100,000 at the end of the deadline stream. How cool would that be? The FPL deadline hits and bam, we're on 100k. I would definitely have to hope for better internet though. Okay, what other questions have we got? Do I think Man United will finish above Chelsea? Again, I always like think... Oh, I've got the wrong chat up. Don't want to move that too much. I always think of it... is like, what would I put my money on? If I was putting my money on right now, I'd probably put it on Chelsea. But I think let's wait until the transfer window's closed and see what happens. When we get to 100k, the million talk. I know, like I always think, what's the next? Like, is 125k? It's like that hasn't really got a nice ring to it. 150k. Really, after 100, it's 250, isn't it? So it took nearly 4 years to get to 100k. So another 4 years to get to 250, maybe. Subscribe, exactly. But I won't keep going on about it, all right? But do subscribe. Thanks. Is this team better than the other one you made? I mean, that's debatable, you know? Like, there's not that much difference. If I changed the defenders back to who I had before, there's really, like, no difference, right? This is the team I made before, I think. So instead of Shaw, I had Davies. Instead of Vinagre, I had Justin. Leicester. Can't even remember now. So I had this, right? The only difference. So let's just okay this a sec. I don't know who we want to bench. Let's just say we're benching Davies for now, right? The only difference between this team and the last team I did really is I've got James plus 1 million in the bank, by the way, instead of Mitrovic. Now, again, it doesn't have to be James, right? Don't get stuck on the fact Reece James is in there. It could be any £6 million defender. It could be Lucas Digne, whoever. It's that position versus Mitrovic, essentially. Too many people get caught up on it. If I went for Mitrovic, I'd go for a £4 million defender. But this way, I get a £4.5 million bench fodder most weeks on defence, and I have a £4.5 million midfielder. I don't think the striker really matters that much. Like, how often am I going to need all three on my bench? So that's it, really. You think Saiss is not 100%? I mean, who's going to start instead of Saiss? This new Marcel guy? I don't know. Saiss did fine last year. Why would he suddenly be gone, you know? Players you don't own that you're most afraid of. I'll come back to that in a sec. Sub if you like club bars. Exactly. Will Stewart, do you think it's a big punt to use Adams long-term over Antonio to keep 1.5? It's only 0.5, right? Do I think it's a big punt to take Adams over Antonio long-term? Not really. I mean, Antonio, there's a lot going on at West Ham for a start, which isn't good. The first fixture, maybe the second fixture, okay. Then it gets pretty tough for them. Like, I do love Antonio. If he had a good fixture run at the start, he'd be nailed in my team. But I don't think it's like a big. You can't say it's a big punt to go for Adams instead. Maybe because of the minutes thing with Adams, but I don't think it's that too much of an issue. What did I make of Lampard's team news? I mean, it was good to know who was definitely ruled out, the likes of Chilwell and Ziyech and co. But I mean, with Pulisic, it's like I said earlier in the stream, you just don't know. You just don't know for sure that they're going to start, right? That's the thing. Pulisic could start. The good thing is he's going to be fit sooner rather than later, right? Can the winner of the league get paid in gold bars? Maybe. Fabio Silva, 32 million. Thoughts? Not starting. Don't even go there. I was listening to a Wolves podcast earlier on The Athletic, and he not unless there's an injury to Jimenez, just doesn't expect him to start at all. He even said like maybe if they go to 3-5-2, but even then, why would it not be Jota or Traore up front? So I'm not really too worried. West Ham appears to be in a mess, but that's no different to any other season. The last time I thought a club was in a mess, and don't get me wrong, it wasn't the same. I probably overthought it a bit. Was Burnley after post-lockdown when there was all this talk about transfers and Dyche seemed a bit annoyed about the whole situation and spoke out about it. And that's what made me not get Pope. And then Pope got like 1 million clean sheets in 7 game weeks. So, thoughts on Sancho if he comes to FPL? Let's see what the price is, right? There's no point in worrying about it until the price comes in. Could be decent though. But he's going to be what? He's probably going to be the same price as Fernandes. Maybe 10. Tom S. Value for me appears to be flipping between Aubameyang, City mid, Salah and Bruno, depending on the fixtures, trying not to waste moves on cheap players. Yeah, that's a good strategy. A lot of good players do that. That's one of the things I'm thinking about with the defence as well. 4-4-2, without too many massive hitters, but enough players where you don't have to keep worrying about transferring them out. So I think Saiss is one of those players, for example. And I think Luke Shaw... Basically, I think Trent, Saiss and Luke Shaw as a back three, you're covering Man United defence, Wolves defence and Liverpool defence for not too much money. And if I could get Chilwell as well at 5.5, that's a defence I can get behind, I think. This all depends on Chelsea actually being as good as I think they will be. Thanks very much for that. Have Werner, Ings and Mitrovic, best Everton midfielder, Calvert-Lewin. Look, we don't need to be covering Calvert-Lewin. I got to be honest, the Calvert-Lewin whole thing is starting to become a bit mad. People are telling me they're scared of not owning Calvert-Lewin. Like, you cannot be scared of people like Calvert-Lewin in this game. Like, don't get me wrong. Salah versus Fulham at home. De Bruyne versus Fulham at home. They're players to maybe be a bit worried about. Calvert-Lewin against Spurs away, you cannot be worried about him. You don't need to cover him. But if you do want an Everton midfield, I'd be looking at James Rodriguez. There you go. Why not? He's probably going to be on good few set pieces. He scored that great goal in 2014. He'd be the one. Waiting for Sancho to sign before I get Man United. Maybe. Damon Duckhouse. That's a great name. Jimenez not seen much. Fixtures look good. Yeah, I think playing Man City in Game Week 2 and Sheffield United away in the first game probably doesn't help Jimenez. But after that, yeah, the fixtures look really good. It's just 8.5. I think a lot of people are putting so much money in midfield. And then there's Trent to consider as well. Maybe Werner up front. It starts to get a little bit more difficult to fit him in. Do I have a strategy for Snake Draft FPL? Not really. I haven't really played too much actual draft game. Bit choppy, but audio is still good. I know. It's just one of those things. Like, I did the stream on Sunday and it was fine, wasn't it? I've literally changed nothing. It's just the internet. You know the deal now if you've watched me for a while. My internet sucks. Right? We all know. It ain't getting any better anytime soon. Unless I move house. We are 74 people, 74 subscribers away from 90,000. Come on. Come on. Look at this. Get to 100k. Hopefully that bell's off now, by the way. Get to 100k. By Saturday, 500 quid for the league. Job done. What more could you want? What more could you want? What do I think about 3 premium attackers, Martial, Vardy, Kane? No issues with it. Like, anything you want to do like that, you're obviously sacrificing elsewhere. So it all depends on the cheap players you like. I quite like going for the big hitters in midfield because I can get players like Calvert-Lewin for 7 million. In midfield, there's not so many players I like that are cheap. Barnes could be good for Leicester, potentially. For the first kind of 4 or 5 fixtures. It just depends what you're going to do. Like, there's nothing wrong with those 3 players you listed, you know? Absolutely nothing wrong at all. Burnley defender for 4.5, Taylor. Yeah. Boring, but gets the job done. I do have a league that, I mean, boom. There's the league code. There's also the league code in the description below. There's also an auto join link in the description below as well. So yes, I do have a league code. It's free to enter. There's money up for grabs. Hopefully a lot of money if we can hit 100k by Saturday, which I know is mental. It's not going to happen, but a man can dream. The subscribers aren't going up. Come on, people. Hit that subscribe button. Was I a sensible soccer man or kickoff? I was always FIFA, to be honest. Didn't really play much football games other than that. And I can still say that now. I don't work at EA and not feel like I'm lying, even though I never was. Down here, who should I get right now, Salah or De Bruyne? I mean, it's got to be the one playing in Game Week 1, right? Don't want Kevin De Bruyne for a blank and then Wolves away. Hello from Mauritius. Hello, how is it going? I really need to sneeze. That was really bad, by the way. It should have been in the elbow. That's really bad. Don't take my... I just couldn't do it quick enough once I clicked the mic. Sorry. I haven't done any polls. Can't do polls anymore. I'm sorry. Andy died. No. You'll easily get... Yeah, no, I know I'm going to get 100,000 now by the end of the season. But, yeah. Stream down. The stream will come back up. I hate this. I hate this. It will come back up. Trust me. It's just all over the place. It's so freaking annoying. Let me see if it comes back. Oh, screw this. Okay, I'm still seeing the questions. What about Robertson? You've always been a football manager player. Now you're a more statistic player for FPL. Yeah, I got back into football manager this year. It was decent. If the stream doesn't come back, I'm still recording. People are still asking questions anyway. But yeah, it does look like a lot of people have gone. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, what an idiot. Hang on. Oh, my God. Oh. I should be on 720, 30 FPS, and I've got the wrong bloody profile. Oh, my God. This is... What a rubbish night, like, honestly. It's because I switched to try and fix the audio thing. I had to switch to change the audio thing, so I put on my... I basically got a recording profile, which is 1080, 60 FPS, and I've got a streaming one, which is 720, 30 FPS. Oh. And I'm on the wrong one, and you cannot switch it while you're streaming. That is so frustrating. Oh, well. Sorry. Very sorry. Fozzie, how is it going? Oh, I can't believe it. That's why it's playing up so much. I'm just going to have to keep going. I'm going to have to maybe re-upload it or something. I do apologise. It does suck. Thanks very much, Zaki. Why Sace instead of Cody? I should work for ITV. Oh, I'm so frustrated about that. How's this guy got nearly 100k subs? Great question. Great question. Why Sice instead of Cody? Because Cody is the most boring player in all of FPL. He's a defender that never goes up for corners or anything. Never has a shot in the whole time. You know, all season last year, I don't think he had a single shot the whole year. At least it's a bit more interesting to own Sice. Even if he does get a few more yellow cards and stuff. Sice is the one for me. I wanted to see you sneeze, but it lagged. And yeah, I'm sorry. I sneezed into my hand. I shouldn't have done that. I'm so sorry. Isn't Robertson better than Calvert-Lewin? Maybe. Robertson's defender, though. You're right, though. You could. I mean, double Liverpool defence. Got no issues with that at all. They're going to get a huge amount of points over the season again. How about Podence? He is a number 10 with all fixtures and midfielder from. Yeah, but Podence not guaranteed to start, is he? That's the problem with him. Absolutely no problems if he starts, but chances are he won't. No Spurs attacking coverage. Nope. Got Havertz instead of Son. Could afford Son, but I've got Havertz right now. Mane, the insane Game Week 1 differential captain. He is differential captain, yeah. He's definitely going to be more expensive than Salah. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm such an idiot. I'm so frustrated by that. All because of that freaking audio thing at the start. Stupid software. I've seen more of Andy than the missus this week. That's what I like to see. Or that's what I like to hear, I should say. Justin nailed. He is for a few weeks, yeah. Summer, how's it going? For Game Week 2, you're thinking of Son to Bruno as I have 1.5 million in the bank. But do you think Rashford is more value for money or Martial? If you can switch easier to a midfielder, I would just go for Rashford. I wouldn't bother trying to get Martial necessarily. I think for the extra 0.5, you can kind of justify that, to be honest. If you don't want to get Bruno instead. Is the team on screen your team? It is. Gaz, how is it going? Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's try and get to 90,000. That'd be amazing. What do I think about bench boost in Game Week 1 and wildcard in Game Week 2? I don't like it, to be honest. I think it's hard to get a decent bench boost. And then you're using wildcard straight away. Why do most top FPL players opt for 3 defenders? 3-4-3 has always been a pretty standard thing. The thing you get with 3-4-3 is you can go for 2, like, basically 4.5 million defenders are the best value at that price. Like, they're much better than 4.5 million forwards most of the time. Obviously, Greenwood a bit of an exception last year. They're much better than 4.5 million midfielders. So by going 3-4-3, you can sometimes get 2 4.5 defenders. So from a squad game, it's pretty good. Like 5 at the back, opinions on 5 at the back, not interested at all. It just puts too much money there. Having 2 4.5 midfielders or 2 4.5 million forwards is just not good. 90k, we are close. Although I don't think my YouTube is updating. I can't imagine that no one has hit the button in the last 10 minutes. It's just not good. 90k, we are close. Although I don't think my YouTube is updating. I can't imagine that no one has hit the button in the last 10 minutes. Let me see if I can see it on another screen. Do I reveal the final locked up team? I mean, I do deadline. I will be doing deadline streams every week, so that should be good. Is Lewis Newcastle sure to start? He should be, yeah, as long as he's fit. Don't see why not. They haven't signed him to bench him. They haven't really got another proper decent left back. Armstrong out. Who do I get? Already got St. Maximin. Can spend up to 7.5. James Rodriguez maybe. Don't think too many people have him. Or 7 million Barnes. Can't see me going 4-4-2 come deadline. I started 4-4-2 last year. I'm definitely not against it. Like, is your bank empty? 0 million. No, I've got. What's it called? What's it called in the bank? 1 million. You can't see it. I also can't see Andy. Why not? Why not? It's literally Mitrovic versus an extra defender. Like, what's so good about Mitrovic, you know? Mitrovic versus Lucas Digne, for example. I don't know. Maybe Mitrovic is the better pick. Surprising no one has gone for Todd Cantwell. Yeah, Buendia as well. No Spurs or Leicester mid-striker. Are you mad? Well, who do I swap out for them? Do I stream on Twitch? Nah, not really, not yet. This internet can't cope with it. Yeah, like, if it's off again, I'll have to re-upload it afterwards. There ain't much I can do. I remember when you could play 2 defenders in the first year. What in what for thingy, like in All Out Attack, or are you just saying in general? New vid about your team soon, maybe tomorrow, yeah. Doherty to Davis, what you say about William B? Like Brandon Williams is not an option. Doherty to Davis, if you need 1 million, really depends. I mean, I think Doherty's a really good option, but I mean, you're back in a Spurs defense that hasn't been good for a while, so maybe Davis is the better option. Yeah, if it's cutting out, just refresh. There's nothing I can do about it right now. The only thing I could do is stop the stream and start it again, but it's too late now. What I'll do is I'll delete the stream and re-upload it. And next time, I'll bloody remember to put it in 720. I'm so annoyed about it. Why can't I change it mid-stream? Like, it's just ridiculous. It's just got output, and it's down. Yeah, I just can't click anything. It's all locked once you start streaming. I wonder if I click stop recording whether it'll work, but I don't want to cut the stream off. It'll take me ages to upload the bloody stream anyway. Havertz is not ready to play, Lampard said today. I don't think he did say that. Weird to think the deadline is earlier. It is 11 AM on Saturday, although it's not. It is earlier, yes, of course, compared to last year. Although last year would have had a Friday deadline, so tomorrow would have been the deadline. Yeah, with Havertz, I'm just trying to back Chelsea. Like Spurs have got a pretty horrible start to the season in terms of like their overall schedule, not just obviously the Premier League, but in Europe as well. That puts me off a little bit. I think Ali's fine. I'm not like massively excited about him. But for 0.5 million less, he could be as good as Havertz if he plays more in that kind of second striker role. Who are you and Az getting excited about on the scout cast? Yeah, Tellez for Wolves, but to be honest, nothing's come of that, to be honest. So it doesn't really matter. Anyone doing the match of the day challenge on Saturday? Nah, probably not. Not when all the matches are on. I much prefer 4-4-2 to 4-3-3 because you're getting. Well, it doesn't actually really matter. You could go 4-3-3 and have two 4.5 million midfielders. I guess it's no worse than having a 4.5 mid and a 4.5 forward. So you could do that. So in this team, for example, instead of St. Maximan, I actually think people would actually prefer the team like this, right? Like, what if they probably wouldn't actually? What if I did this, right? 6 million. Where are you, Mitch? Oh, let's just go to Fulham. Come on, you idiot. Just go to Fulham. Mitrovic. Why can't I add him? Because I've already got Davies in. So you could do this. Who cares who it is for now? Although you get 0.5 less in the bank. So then you got Mitrovic instead of St. Maximan. So, like that. Boom. Maybe 4-3-3 is better. Rashford or Greenwood, the additional 2 million really helps balance in the 10. Well, that's the whole thing, right? That's what you got to decide. I mean, Rashford's the better option. If you can use the 2 million better, then Greenwood's decent as long as no one comes in. Like, if Sancho comes in, Greenwood's not an option. So, yeah, if you can use the 2 million, use it. QPR and the league code. Say what? But yeah, 4-3-3 is not bad, to be honest. I don't know. I just think St. Maximin instead of Mitrovic and get to use the money, more money. Who knows? Who knows? What am I going to do for Man United in Game Week 2? I'm going to get Luke Shaw off the bench when I put Luke Shaw in. And I'll do Arsenal to Aubameyang to De Bruyne. I personally wouldn't avoid Burnley's defence if Tarkowski leaves. He's great. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be too worried about Burnley's defence either, to be honest. Just go for it. Why do I have Davis first? Yeah, you could just go for anyone, right? Like, to be honest, I don't like 4 million defender, 4 million goalkeeper, 4.5 mids, 4.5 million forwards. I don't worry about who's in my team until the last minute, until deadline day. Like, I'll change the forward when I need to. Like, I know they're going to be in at those price points. I don't really care who they are. Who's your best Chelsea midfield pick? If they're all fit, then Pulisic, I think. I know Pulisic's available, but whether or not it actually start, we'll have to wait and see. If you haven't already, by the way, hit that like button. It'd be much appreciated. I should do a quick. Excuse me. We've hit 90,000. We're on 90,001. Boom. I just refreshed because it wasn't updating before. Thank you, everyone who has subscribed. We are 10,000 away from 100,000. Absolutely ridiculous. Even with this awful, awful stream quality, which is completely... I'm an idiot, basically. Thanks very much for hitting that button. If you haven't already hit it, make sure you do. We've had 301,000 views on the channel in the last 48 hours. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll do the quick Patreon shout out that I was going to do. So these are all the patrons that are signed up at the moment. Thanks very much. We're getting very close to 100 patrons now. If you want a bit of extra content, if you want to join the Slack channel, if you want access to WhatsApp and stuff like that, click that link in the description below. Thanks to everybody that signed up. Everyone's name's on here now. We also have 5 new patrons since the last stream. So Michael S, Scott F, David B, Path A, and Cyrus K. Thanks very much for signing up. The next person that signs up is going to get their whole wall to themselves, plus anyone else that signs up as well, because... yeah, these 2 walls are filled up now. So we will have as many of these as we need to go. This is everyone that signed up. Everyone gets a shout out when they first sign up, and obviously the name stays up there the whole time you are signed up to be patron. So thanks very much. Links in the description below. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, boom, get subscribed. Come on. Yeah. Here's to thousands more. Here's to 10,000 more. Come on. That's what we need. The bell worked. Yeah, the bell did work. Boom, boom, boom. I know, it is annoying. I wish I got it without it. It's too late now. Do I think Wilson is a good choice? I think, I think he's okay, right? But if you get the same Wilson we got last year, he's not going to be very good. Basically. What's your advice for a new channel? Do it because you want to do it. Be consistent. Improve as you go. Job done. There you go. 3 tips. You need to hit that bell. I'm not turning the bell back on. It's so annoying. It's too loud. You're all right. I completely all agree with you. I just completely forgot about it. How do you change your tactics on FPL? What do you mean? Is there a problem with the app? Which the FPL app? There's always a problem with the FPL app, it seems. What about 3-5-2? That's what I'm currently going for. Nothing wrong with that at all. Ollie Watkins. I mean, Aston Villa's fixtures probably don't strike me as must go by, but he could be a good option. Never done it in the Premier, or never been in the Premier League really before, so there's something to keep an eye out. The thing I like about him is he's got Grealish behind him, and we know how many chances Grealish created last year, so that's pretty big for me. So I do like the look of him, but I might wait and see, and then get him later on. Ollie Burke said he's going to play as a striker for Sheffield United. Yeah, but is he going to start? That's the problem. If he is a £4.5 million midfielder that's going to start up front, that'd be amazing. But I don't know if we can definitely 100% say that is the case, to be honest. Batshuayi for $6 million at Palace. Yeah, already spoken about him. It's okay. Nothing I would be about to kind of run out and buy, to be honest. One thing I would say about the internet, by the way, I'm even surprised at any point it's okay. But yeah, it's not okay for the most part. 720, 30 FPS. Yeah, just the website works fine on mobile as well, so you don't need the app. I've never known anyone be happy with the app like all the way through the season. There's always an issue. Are you not worried about James and Justin being a rotation risk? Justin's not a rotation risk until Ricardo's back. So maybe we'll find out about that. I don't think Roger's press conference was today, so we might find out about that tomorrow. Am I not worried about James? A little bit, yeah. Subscribe if you want to learn about kiwis. Eat kiwis with the skin on. Could I look at teams on critique on Twitter? Honestly, I'm not going to be doing any more ratings through Twitter and on videos and stuff. Like, you should see my Twitter inbox. It's insane. And everyone's the same. I know you're busy, but could you just do my team? I'd say, if I rated everyone's teams that's in my inbox on Twitter and Instagram, that is all I would do tomorrow. It's insane, honestly. I'll be honest. I'm not going to look at any of them. There's no time to do that kind of thing. I fully appreciate people send them for the videos and stuff, but it's impossible to get through them all. It is impossible, and I've got a lot of videos to do tomorrow. You still haven't eaten a kiwi with the skin on. Wow, you're missing out. I've not had one for a while, to be fair. Can I spell that guy one more time? No. Can't even get a DM. What do you mean you can't get a DM? Have you DM'd me? Yes, let me know if you have. You've changed the format completely, but I believe your draft will be totally different. I haven't changed it completely. I've changed a few of the defenders, but I've literally just changed, set max to extra defender at this point. Yeah, basically, if you're happy with your team, I'm definitely happy with it. It's very rare that someone will send you a team that's completely awful as well. There might be a few players I don't like that other people do, but that's just preference, right? I don't want to turn people. I don't want to turn people off what they want to go for. Excuse me. That is my team on screen right now. I know you're busy, but can you just take a look at this club biscuit? I'd love a club biscuit right now. Or a gold bar. Gold bars are good too. What do you think of Southampton double defence? I'm not a big fan. I'm not even massively confident about too many clean sheets for one of them. I wouldn't want to do another one. I personally wouldn't want another one. I'd like to go somewhere else. I think, like Adam was saying earlier, Charlie Taylor's such an easy pick. Boring, but does the job. Have I got corona? You keep coughing. No. 100k subs. The sunglasses will be on. We're on 90,000 and 1. Don't know if that's not updated for a while, but only 10,000 to go. 10,000 by Saturday deadline. It's impossible, but I want it to happen. 100k subs and you eat a whole Kiwi on the screen. What, even with the bits at the end? FPL Black Box. Alright, you keep saying that. You don't need to spam the chat with what's going on elsewhere. What do you think? You have same midfield, but considering Adams, Werner, and Martial game week 2 and attack, but weaker defence. If you, as long as you got a defence you're happy with, why not? I mean, 4.5 midfield defenders are priced like that for a reason, but sometimes you get an absolute bargain. It could be like Dairy Milk. Irish ones taste different to UK ones. What? I don't think that's true. I know you're busy, but could you just rate my team? I can't, no, Seamus. Sorry. What do you think about Matthew Ryan and just keeping him for the whole season? Well, you've only got to keep him until game week 16, and you could potentially change on wildcard, right? So again, I think whether it's Meslier or however you pronounce it for Leeds, McCarthy or Ryan, I think they're all okay picks, you know. I think 4.5 million goalkeepers. It's impossible to sit here and tell you which one's best. Like Ben White being at Brighton could be nice for them, but there's no guarantees of that. Like I don't know for sure. Martinez set and forget at 4.5. Aston Villa. I mean, Martinez is good, but it's Aston Villa, right? I don't think I would back their defence, to be honest. Although they were much better, to be fair, post-lockdown, so maybe. But the problem with going for Martinez is, if you went to Villa, he would blank in game week 1. So you have to have another... You either have to go with that goalkeeper or you have to put another one on your bench, which is a bit annoying. They sell Irish ones in my Tesco and they toast... I don't believe you. I'll try it at some point, though. I'll have to get my hands on a UK dairy milk and an Irish dairy milk and just see how it goes. Why is everyone sleeping on Nketiah? Because you just don't know if he's going to start, right? Week in, week out. That is the problem. Does United buying Sancho change your team? This is important. Not until I see a price, I can't say. If he's 10 million, probably not. Although it would make me excited to try him out, you know. Is Taylor nailed? Peter started the last pre-season game. I would say Taylor's nailed, yeah. He was last year until he got injured. So you didn't miss that much. You get one for the first kind of 16 game weeks, and then you get another wildcard after that for the rest of the season, basically. By this point, at some stage, everyone has been in your draft, so someone's going to make you regret. Yeah, you can't have those regrets. Like you're always going to have a player. There's always going to be a player that you consider that does well. You can't have them all. It's literally a squad of 15, right? Don't worry about that too much. Why did I move to Ireland? I moved to work for EA. Was it hard to settle? Not really, to be honest. Straight in, straight out. Oh, straight in, straight stay. Someone's just tagged me in a tweet. Aston Villa hopeful of signing Martinez from Arsenal in deal worth around 20 million. Good price, I think. Good price. I'm not buying Bruno straight away, no. His habits a starter from game 1. He could be, but I don't know if I would risk it. I might just go to Ali or Son in the end. Do you back United to keep up their post-restart form? I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think in the easy fixtures will be fine. It's going to be tough against the likes of Arsenal and that, but that's the way it always is, right? Best Spurs options out of Son, Kane, and Son. Kane and Dele. I mean, it depends what you're spending, right? What you've got to spend. I got like sore throat. Like Kane's probably the best option based on what we know from post-lockdown, but he's also 10.5 million. So if you can spend 2.5 million wisely, then maybe saving it and getting Ali instead is something I would maybe doing. You could look at doing basically. Am I going to roll a free transfer in game week 2? Hopefully, yeah. Why would I eat kiwi with a spoon? Just chop the ends off. Job done. Tony Marshall, thoughts? We talked about him already. Right, I am going to shoot off, I think. Oh my god, this guy's annoying the hell out of me. Right, there we go, he's gone. Right, I'm going to shoot off. Thanks very much for the stream. I will be back on a deadline stream on Saturday around 10:15 in the morning, right up until the deadline. and I'll be back with 720p and 30 FPS. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's try and get to 100k by Saturday. It's pretty impossible, but it could be done. Thanks again to all the patrons that have signed up. Much appreciated. If you want to try it out, links in the description below. There's no charge till October, so you can just try it out and see what you think. And yeah, I will catch you. I'll do another video tomorrow. That'll be the last pre-recorded video before the deadline stream on Saturday. And then that will be it. That'll be FPL 2020-2021, which is really hard to say, done in pre-season for another year. Good times. I will catch you soon. Thanks for watching.